Take our last look at the green S15 with how it sits. Kind of the idea behind this thing is not only do I want to refresh it to give it a new look, but this thing's been hammered and abused. You don't see it that much in content because you don't get to see it up that close. We got everything from spider cracks happening underneath the paint, dents in doors, little repairs just to make it look nice from a distance. Even the rear quarters, look at all that spider cracking. Got cracks here, that was from like a trailer thing. The car looks really good from a distance, and I still have to say the Vertex Edge wide body is one of my favorite kits on the S15. I actually originally had it on this car back when it was like a maroon color. The biggest problem though that drives me nuts is you can't fit wide wheels. This is like a 9+35 in the rear, and it's almost flush with the fender. The front, I'm almost poking with the narrowest offset I can get, and I want to have this thing on some cool wheels without having to have a bunch of camber. So we are going to be changing up the body kit. We're going to be going a little bit wider, and I wanted to give you guys kind of a last look of what this thing looks like. It's beautiful, and I'm sure I'm going to miss it, but we're moving on to different things. The color is going to change as well. That's an interesting fact. But I don't know, this thing just up close, it's not up to my standard, and I want to give this thing a refresh because I think right now it's one of my favorite cars to drive. Crazy how little's mounting these fenders. The fact that there's literally no top bolts is insane. So this kit was originally mounted to that FD car with all those like Zeus fasteners that like twist. So the whole inside layer where it usually mounts to the factory holes is all shaved. So it was basically being held on just by the bumper. Kind of crazy. It only works because you're a pro, you know? Yep, because I don't crash a lot, you know? Something like that. Except into you. All right, the kit's officially removed off this thing, and I gotta admit, it's not as bad as I thought it'd be under there. We knew that this needed to get repaired, so this is one of the reasons why the kit's coming off to go to the frame shop. She's a little munch down in there. I'll get that all fixed up. And then on this side, I did kind of forget, I have a similar one. I'm not sure if it's gonna be an issue when it comes time to fit the new kit, so maybe pull this out just to get that line straight to make sure that I get a nice fit up. To continue the saga of fixing all the old, forgotten about, neglected cars, the Z is one of them. And if you didn't see the clip, this thing smoked a tree a while back, and it's been sitting because I haven't wanted to drive it, partly. Can I open this door, Sean, or is it? Oh, it's ratchet strap from the inside. Basically, I'll show you underneath. This rocker is really bad. So bad, it actually got into this ever so slightly. I think it'll be fine. Like, it didn't really crinkle the roof that much. There's just a small dent from it. But it cracked the windshield, took care of that. The front got smoked and is all bent and screwed up here. But that's the main thing for the framing machine, is this big dent down here. And then the rear actually isn't too bad on this side, but this side's pretty smushed in if you look at this gap here. So I'm gonna go to the frame machine, get this thing pulled out, pick up the S15 and see how that came out. This side looks surprisingly good for the amount of abuse this car's been through. For how much of a dickhead I drove this car, I kept it looking pretty good.
You just refreshed it.
But even before that, it never looked that bad.
Doors were just...
Yeah, it do be like that, but it's nice having a factory color car because then you can just get replacement doors that are already the right color and save some time. All right, old girl is back, and we got some body lines now so we can start mounting up the body kit. Nice and clean, door shuts and opens. Got a nice place to mount the skirt to, and everything should line up. So, looking around, this side, look at that. Hell of a difference. A little bit of pain in there, but we Gucci. I'm not sure I've talked about it before, but I am gonna be putting a Yashio kit on this car. I'm super excited. I've had a kit laying around that was intended as a spare for that car, and I'm gonna put it on this one. What's nice about it is all the finish and everything is really nice for aero, and everything, for the most part, is pre-drilled. So hopefully the fitment process shouldn't be too bad. This guy literally finished welding before I could even pull the camera out. What were you doing, Josh?
Quick fix.
We had one hole that was exposed when you had the new, it wasn't high, it was just sparkly. This hole was exposed with the new kit, so just filled it and we'll sand it down, get it smooth, that way we can lay some vinyl over it. But yeah, we don't want a random hole being underneath the wrap. I wish I had the camera rolling. Everyone's losing their mind over how good this thing fits. And the fact that it's already drilled saves so much time. This front bumper too is kind of like the old one I had, where it's gonna like hook under and will mount lower down too, so it'll stay on nice. Josh is just taking measurement right now because we're gonna have to trim for the big ass freaking intercooler. Jesus. Why does this thing need such a big intercooler? This thing's massive. Yeah, it's only makes 400 horsepower. That's giant. Wow. There's some weight savings there for sure. I know if you said it like 4 times off camera, the holes, it's flex, right?
Pretty insane. It's like it was already fitted.
I know. Usually it's like a full day ordeal just to get the fenders to fit right. You gotta slot the holes a million times. You know about that.
Yeah.
Some nice stuff right here. That's ready to wrap, dude. Look at that. I know. I thought about it. It's just gonna be kind of annoying to try to locate those existing holes, you know?
No, we're not gonna use those. We're gonna do new ones.
Oh, we? You got a mouse in your pocket?
I'm going home.
We're gonna continue this tomorrow, but I feel like for a solid hour of fitting stuff up, fenders, dialed, bumper we got pretty good, just gotta mount it here in the sides to bring that all up. But look at this. It looks a lot more aggressive when you put those end pieces on, but I'm very, very stoked, very satisfied. It's always fun putting new body panels on and getting to see a car's look change. And it'll look something like this when we're done. One of my favorite looking cars of all time. All right, this is one of those typical me trying to do something before I leave for the airport type days. I've got about 4 hours, and my goal is to fit the entire body kit on the car. I feel like it's realistic. I might have Sean tap in and help me a little bit with a new piece that I haven't showed you guys yet. It's probably the most exciting piece of the body kit. But yeah, I'm just kind of going along as it makes sense. I don't really have any real rhyme or reason to how I'm doing stuff. I'm just kind of doing it how it was before and hoping that'll be good enough.
It's like one of the fun, satisfying things to do for a car.
Well, the sooner I get the kit mounted too, the sooner it can start to get wrapped.
Yeah. Wrap? Ooh, what color are you going with?
I don't think I said it in the video.
No?
No, I think I'm gonna leave that TBD.
Okay.
I'm gonna let people comment below and think that they might be able to influence me, but probably not. No, usually on cars I don't give a f about, I just blast another set of holes in the side skirts here because it's the easiest thing to do. But this car's like right on the edge of me actually carrying, so I'm gonna see if I can do something like this to locate the holes on the new side skirts, although I don't know that this is the best idea, but
I could see the vision.
Now here's where it gets risky, because trying to reuse the same holes works out great if you nail it. But if I miss, then I wind up with extra holes in my side skirts, and then I have to drill another hole somewhere else too.
Or like a bigger hole for a bigger bolt.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. Cross our dicks. I'm trying to think of like what I can use as a good gauge to, because it's like right past the edge a certain amount, right?
I think that drill bit specifically is the perfect gauge.
If I go a little bit too close is better than too far, because then it'll pull the side skirt up more, because we don't want a saggy skirt.
Nope. No one likes a saggy skirt.
A little off the line. Let's see how I did.
Success.
Pretty happy.
Hell yeah. New holes today.
I mean, we still got 5 more to go.
I know, right?
All right, fun new surprise. We're ditching the street doors on this thing. Sean wasn't very stoked about it because he's like, no, your car can't stay out in the rain. But
Yeah, that's not cool.
what's the weight difference? What are we talking here?
One on my trailer. A lot.
I say this is 5 pounds.
I thought that was like a
You
pound.
can't breathe.
Oh my God. We gotta get the scale. I bet it's gonna save over 100 pounds in the car.
Maybe.
It's kind of insane. So I found these doors online. It's a company I've never heard of, and they look like HGK doors because HGK doesn't make carbon Kevlar doors. But the inside's like kind of fancy. So for a car that like I still want to have a nice like street car look on the inside, I think it'll look cool.
It's sick.
Maybe we'll match this to the color of the car. But the goal with this car is to not have to keep on having to buy OEM doors, which are actually pretty expensive for S15s. So hopefully this holds up a little bit better. But there's a little bit of fitment involved, so we're tapping Josh in, the carbon Kevlar door fitting expert.
Josh says the glass could fit, eh?
The glass could fit. I mean,
Nah, we don't want to make it heavy.
I wouldn't do glass.
I don't think it could fit here.
I have windows. I don't think
But
I
I
want to
think
put them
this
in.
is no glass, right, Josh?
Well, then why would they put the slit here? But like, I kind of don't like running windows. It's kind of like a European guy thing. Like they're a little soft over there.
Look down from the top.
72 pounds stock door with how we had it set up. Let's see what the new one's gonna weigh. 72 pounds to 7 pounds. So we'll be saving,
65 pounds.
but that doesn't account for the mirror. So we'll just say it's roughly 50 pounds a door. So 100 pounds off the car.
That's sick.
It's like one less skinny passenger.
Yeah.
See the mirrors? 22 pounds?
Nah, but once we put the mirrors, the latch, the door handle and everything, like that'll probably add like another 10 pounds to it.
Probably.
Either way though, we're definitely shaving 100 pounds off the car.
Yeah.
I think the body kit is probably going to shave another like 15, 20 pounds off the car too, just because it's like way lighter than the old kit that was on there.
Yeah.
I think we've probably repaired the old kit so many times, it's probably like 4 times thicker than it was when I originally got it.
Probably, yeah.
It's kind of insane. I almost want to weigh just like to compare like a fender to fender or something.
Yeah.
10 pounds lighter, the rear bumper, 12 pounds technically.
It's a splitter, bro.
Yeah, the splitter doesn't weigh 15 pounds, That's, I mean, if we save 10 pounds a panel,
Let's say 140 pounds.
we'll save
total.
another 50 pounds in the body kit, I think.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a light car. I don't remember what it weighed before, but like if we weighed this thing and it was sub 2,500 pounds, I need to remove all the AC that's still under the dash.
Yeah.
That's a Sean job right
Well,
there.
you could put that in another car that needs AC.
Hey, you. Moment of truth. Adam ordered something without knowing if it would fit or not. Clear the cage.
Okay. Okay.
We're still gonna need to trim that down there, Josh.
Clears a
How's it
cage.
Damn, my cage could be so much wider now. It kind of looks ridiculous.
It's not even getting into it.
Let's build a new car. I hate the cage in this car because I can't recline my seat far back enough. So at one point in life, I would like to remake this cage just so I can tilt back more.
When we have like nothing going on.
Yeah. Every time we do doors, it's always like there's this dilemma, and like usually after we do it, we find out that there's an easier way, and I hope it's not the case with this. But we're trying to figure out how to get bolts or nuts inside on the back of this without having to cut a window open. Because when they designed the doors, they probably thought of that. We could nutsert it, but nutserts in carbon Kevlar is not usually a good idea because they could rip out real easy, especially on a door hinge.
Yeah.
So I would feel better if we could get like a bolt and nut, but man, getting one in there is gonna be tricky.
Put your hand through there.
You stick your hand through there, Owen. You see how far you get.
If we mounted them off the car, you could maybe do it like with a long extension, but it would be tricky. Alright, Owen, now's your time to shine. Share with the world why you think the moon landing's fake.
I don't know if it's all the way fake, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah?
I don't.
This is the most controversial thing that's ever been mentioned in any of my videos ever, including
Ever?
the entire history of my channel, so you better have some facts.
I don't have any facts. It's just like 1969, you know. It's like,
I don't know what happened then. They made good cars back then, though.
but like some cars didn't have like air conditioning from the factory.
You know what is
How do we go to
crazy?
the moon?
You know what is crazy that I think about? Like, I forget what year it was, so don't mark my words, but like, Porsche had a car that like made like 700 horsepower like 40 years ago. Isn't that crazy to think about?
But that makes more sense than going to the moon.
How?
We're in the moon.
Have you ever
Another
had
planet.
space candy as a kid? Explain that. Yeah, like the astronaut candy?
That's true.
Why would they come up with that? Like, what was that pen that was invented on the moon? The zero gravity pen? Why would they make that?
It was
if they didn't go to the
invented
moon?
to, you know, make people believe we went to the moon.
This is deep.
It's getting
This
deep.
is crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna get shadow banned for this. So I was just looking at Okjan's car that has the same kit just to see. Oh wait, actually no, this car doesn't have the same kit. I was like tripping for a second. I'm like, did he mold the fenders on there? But I think that this is just like over fenders on the stock body.
Yeah.
I'm tripping because I'm trying to find like how many rivets Okachan uses on the cars that he builds in Japan. And then I realized something really cool. Usually the kit rivets on below the body line, but he actually made these special for me because of my FD car having this whole rear end cut out. That way we could use it and not have the factory part of the car. So usually there would be rivets and the line would be like down here. So this is a one-off body kit. I'm gonna use it on the title. Okay. One of one. Technically, it's one of probably like 4 because of how much I crashed that car. But yeah, that's super cool. I'm very appreciative of that because it's nice because I had all these holes that were exposed up here. So if I was the lower one, it would kind of rat me.
Yeah, definitely.
Arigato gozaimasu, Okachan. All right, I'm really excited about this because for the longest time, I had a gaping hole around this gas cap because the OG fenders that I had were made flush for having no gas cap because FD car. And then we just kind of cut a hole back so it didn't have this lip. But now we'll have a lip so it'll keep a lot of the dirt from flying through the fender. All right, here we go again.
Yeah.
You might be looking at this kit and think to yourself, this doesn't seem that much wider than the old kit. But wait, there's more. And this is when it's gonna get exciting and fun because I gotta rivet more shit together. I thought they were split.
Okay.
So we split the ones on the FD car.
For simplicity, I think.
Yeah, but this will look way cleaner. The problem is if we ever need to remove them or like remove either fender, they'll be attached to both.
Right. So half the kit's got to come off to...
Interesting. Those are definitely the fronts. I kind of like it though because it keeps everything together, but at the same time, decisions. It's gonna make it way easier to fit though because there's less flying up. You could technically lower the arch with this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you could give yourself better wheel fitment if you want.
I feel like this is how it wants to. Oh yeah, because there's this lip here. Then obviously we'll have to trim the fender underneath.
That's gonna be so cool.
We'll lose a little side bite with all this wheel. I'm just sending it, dog.
Just send it. How's it fit up, doctor?
It's good. This is my last piece of doing the front bumper, and then I can serve it in the front over fenders too.
Sick.
This is the point of no return. I'm very sad about this. I'm just basically gonna have to cut this whole side off. Yeah, I was like, there's no way this is fitting. And then I realized on the other car, thankfully, can't call Japan up at this time of day, but I have another car with the same kit. But you see how basically like this can't fit as far back as it needs to.
Right.
Because it's hitting into this like protruding edge. So I just need to keep cutting off that edge. We're going back now. So wrong. This is because Okachan likes running 18s in the front of his cars. I'm a 17-inch boy.
Ooh, there we go.
Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, now we're talking. I was like, how the f is this gonna fit?
Yeah.
That looks rad.
It does.
It ain't gonna say that color, but
No, it is cool.
I wanna see what it looks from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Brian.
Hi.
Yeah, that's sick.
All right, I decided I don't want to be covered in any more fiberglass than I already am because I got to be on a plane in like 2 hours. So I'm gonna have Josh, Mr. Fiberglass Master, take over where I left off. He'll do a much better job than me anyway. But before I leave, I want to see the car on the ground and I want to put it on scales to see what it weighs now with the carbon Kevlar doors, lighter body kit. Let's see. Not bad. It's lighter than the Supra, so that's cool. The Supra weighs 2750, 2650. Nothing astounding. I would have been stoked if it was in the 25s. I think my S13's in the 25s, which is crazy.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, but I think that's just because those cars are made of very like thin metal. But I wish I weighed it before to know, but I think before it was, I don't know, we probably shaved 100 plus pounds. If you wonder why I've been so caught up over weight lately, I feel like certain cars like the Supra or this car, I'm like super happy with the drivetrain and the power level. And if I want them to be faster, if I don't want to mess with the drivetrain, I got to mess with weight. So now I'm like trying to remove weight so I can keep the same powertrain that like, you know, is proven reliable and works and I like how it feels, but save weight elsewhere.
This is like the equivalent of a Honda Civic with 450 horsepower.
Honda Civics are that light?
Yeah.
I thought they were lighter. I thought they were like 1,900 pounds.
No, I think that's Miata.
Oh, okay. CRX is light.
Yeah.
CRX is like 1,900. Looks cool though. I'm stoked.
No, it looks sick.
I'd like to put it on the ground, and I think that would be really cool, but alas, I don't have time, so we're gonna get a thumbnail like this. And just like that, I think it's a good place to leave off. I know Josh still has some stuff left to do to the doors. Kit needs some trimming and stuff like that, but I made way more progress than I thought I was going to. I was very stressed about this, but I'm happy I got it done. It's tough for me to sometimes like do things like this that are a little bit more hands-on because I never have time, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I got a jump start on it yesterday. We got it done. So I'm off to UK. I haven't been there in a while. I'm super stoked to go to England. We have our very first England LZ World Tour. It sold out in like 24 hours, so I would tell you guys to go get tickets to come hang out, but it's already sold out. If you are in the area though and you want to come, we just last minute announced a second day event where we are literally taking all the cars, tools, teams, bringing them across the sea overnight and doing an Ireland event the next day on Sunday. It's gonna be hectic and a lot maybe will be crazy, so I'm very much so looking forward to that, and it should be one hell of a show. So Ireland, as always, is great to go back to. Lots of friends and lots of fans there, and you guys always show out strong. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm very happy with the car, and I don't know if the next video will be England video, if it'll be big block stuff, but there will be another video.
That's for sure.
At some point.
Yes, sir.
When you say